All right. Are you paying attention, Corey?
I'm here.
Okay. Reseller Clickbait Podcast, episode 100.
100. Congratulations.
100. Okay. Man, at 100 episodes, Corey.
I haven't had enough coffee to get that excited yet. I was out of control there.
I woke up. I didn't need any coffee today. Of course, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I didn't need any coffee. I woke up with a little bit of extra pep in my step, if you will. I did, yes. Thinking about recording here this morning, our 100th episode, which is just crazy.
Seems old.
It does. I feel old. I feel older than I did on April 27th of 2022. So 2 years into this thing, just crazy. It seems like forever ago. You know, Jimmy and I started the Reseller Clickbait Podcast, and
if it helps rein in some of that excitement, we're getting about the same amount of views today as we were. And then
I was looking back to see what the date was. It was our first episode. We had 206 views, and so our most recent video had like 258 views. So man, we're
bringing
gangbusters growing. But it's been great. It's been fun so far. Like I said, we started that forever ago. And we just talked last week at 99. If we switched over 99 and flipped it upside down to 66 is when Corey, which side are you on? You're over there. Corey from Grams and Pops joined the show. And
it had been 33 episodes as of last episode. So today's 34.
Today's 30. Oh, yeah. See, 30. I talk about that I love those double numbers. 33 is the same forward and backwards. And if you turn it upside down, it's like EE.
It's EE.
EE.
It's EE. Error. Does not compute.
Yeah. Double error on the episode. It's So, now Corey and I are doing the podcast, chugging right along, and man, it's a crowded space out there now in the reseller podcast arena, if you will. There's a lot of different podcasts, a lot of new podcasts, a lot of fun podcasts. Some of them are just fun, some of them are very informative. It's hard to watch them all. That's
pretty generous.
We joked there about the last video or whatever, that we've gained 50, I don't math, 53 more views, but no, not subscribed. Yeah. Oh yeah, we may have only got 53 more subscribers.
It has been about 50. Yep.
But it's I don't know. I'm just excited, but what I'm excited for. So this episode, of course, we got the fun, colorful, festive background going on there. We are going to do a live this Thursday. So if you're watching this episode, it comes out on Monday, and we'll be putting out, a bunch of Instagram stuff to let people know. But this Thursday, March. Wait, what month is it? I looked down and I seen April, and I thought, no, that's not right.
It's May.
It's May.
This summer is going by quick. Boy, when garage sale season opened, things just went crazy.
Yeah, and just think it's not. We're still a full month away from actual summer as far as coming on the season. Yeah, and it is definitely once it warms up out there too. Man, yesterday and today are going to be warm. Today's going to be warm. Yesterday was super warm. I was out at some of the sales. I heard some people complaining already about the sun and how hot it was, and I had to tell one lady, I was like, hush your mouth. And she was complaining about, it's just getting hotter. But I was like, no, because I think it was
gonna be snowy soon enough.
Within this last week, yesterday it was like mid 80s, and within this last week, my furnace had came on in the morning. It was still cold, and
we're still dropping into the 50s, the low 50s at night. So I mean, it's still fairly chilly. I don't think we've hit 80 yet. Like, I don't think we've had a day where we've hit 80 yet, but we've come very close.
Yeah, I think yesterday might have been the first day, but bright sunshine, blue skies. It was great. Friday, I went out to, wait, was it Friday? What is today? Today's Saturday. Yeah, Friday, I had went out to some sales and it was raining. It was drizzly, raining the whole time.
I
There
don't
was
mind
like
that.
a neighborhood sale or it was really, they call it a neighborhood, but it's just like one street and they have it like every
Yeah.
year. And I don't know, 6, 8 houses participate and
That'd be a
found
neighborhood,
some
right?
cool stuff. But well, yeah, I guess it is a
Wouldn't be a
neighborhood if it's
community,
just
but it'd be a neighborhood.
no. And so picked it, but it was raining and drizzly, and people didn't have, everybody's crammed into the garages, or they put up like the canopy
Yep.
tent thingies, and it's
I like
but
rainy
it was
day
a good
garage
day.
sales because a lot of the people stay home and you're out there by yourself for the
Yeah,
most part, and I don't mind it. People sell stuff really cheap when they're not getting many customers.
when they're not yes. It did straighten up a little later in the afternoon, but I was already done and home at that point. And so yesterday, I had a bunch of packages to ship out yesterday, so I took those directly to the post office, and then I started to see a bunch of new signs on the way, and it's like I was running late. I was running late to get to the post office, and I'm having to pass all of these signs. And I'm like,
That's so hard.
"Oh,
We
I
got in
want
trouble
okay,
for that.
wait. Do I have time? You got in trouble?"
Yeah, we got do you have yeah, we got in trouble for not passing signs. We were in town for a get together with my youngest daughter for her birthday and our other kids and the grandkids to do a scavenger hunt.
Okay.
And after the scavenger hunt, we were going to meet up at their house and go have brunch. It was still
Yeah.
like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Uh,
Okay.
on the way there, we got sidetracked by garage sale signs. So I think we went to 2 or 3 garage sales on the way while they were sitting in the driveway waiting on us.
Yeah.
And then we got there, we decided we were going to go to Perkins. Everybody left the house to drive to Perkins, which is probably less than a mile away. And we saw
Okay.
another garage sale. So we got distracted.
So you were late. That's
The kids are like, "You guys got a problem."
well, and that was the thing. It's like I was already running late leaving the house to go to the post office. It's like I can't miss. Well, I didn't necessarily have to deliver the packages, because it was a weekend. I had some
Oh, you had time
eBay
then.
sales from Friday, but I also did we did a Whatnot show on Friday evening, and I wanted to get all of those packages out. I haven't reached my like 1,000 sales yet. I don't know why I did quotes on 1,000 sales. It's not really like, oh, quote one. No,
Hypothetically,
it's
1,000 sales.
it's actually a hard number, 1,000 sales, to start getting the instant payout. But so I like to get those packages in the system as quickly as I can because it's not until they're delivered that I actually get the payout. So anyway, and so passing
Get rid
by
of them
all of the
too.
garage sale signs was just, it was painful because you're thinking, oh, everybody's there buying up all the stuff, before I get there. But alas, I did get to the post office and I walked up to the counter. There was nobody in line when I was that late. I don't know if it was just a slow day for them, but sometimes on a Saturday morning, everybody's trying to cram stuff in. You have to wait in line. But walked right up to the counter, got all the packages scanned.
We usually
Right
don't
there.
go in on a Saturday. We don't ship Saturdays typically, but we have been in that situation where we have 40, 50 packages in the vehicle and we pass by a garage sale and we want to go, but we don't have
Don't
room
have the room.
anywhere to buy anything.
Man, that's a tough spot. You made so
I've been
many
there more than once.
sales. You have so many sales that you have no room for new stuff.
That's
You're
right.
killing it over there at Grams and
We're
Pops Vintage.
we're trying. I mean,
Of course,
we did have some sales this weekend that were kind of crazy. We keep hearing everybody talk about eBay's slow and it's the summer slowdown, and it's
yeah.
been sporadic. I'll say that. It's been less consistent, but it hasn't been slow. I mean, we'll have a $40 day, which is crazy. We don't have those.
Yeah.
But then the next day is an $1,100 day. So it's just up and down and up and down, and
What? You get a $40 day, Corey? Man, not a
now and then.
$40 week? You get
Now and then.
a $40 week. But I did get to hit the sales. I did get to and that was fine. I had to apologize to one lady at a sale. Well, no, I had to tell her to apologize to her family because her children. She was not an elderly lady, but an older lady, couple years older than me probably. But her kids had suggested, hey mom, maybe you should start having, some yard sales or something like that to get rid of this stuff so that they don't have to deal with it all because they're not interested in all her old lady junk.
Well, if they're only a
And
couple years older than you, like they're not
yeah,
that at that
I
stage, you just effing kids. Like go away.
yeah yeah.
Mind
Well,
your business.
hopefully she sells all the stuff and spends all the money on herself and doesn't put it
I hope so
into
too.
the coffers. So I apologize. I asked her, if she could apologize to her children for me. No, not for her. Apologize to her children for me
Well,
because
maybe both.
she didn't have anything that I wanted. I didn't buy anything at her sale, but fun lady, had a fun conversation. I was at another sale. When sales are not marked, or no, not sales, when prices are not marked
Prices.
on
Yeah,
stuff at sales, it drives me nuts because I feel like they just make up the price depending on who it is. And
they
I
do.
was at this sale and I hadn't had any like initial rapport with the lady that was at the sale. And there was a couple other ladies and they had this like a double-sided clothes rack thing. So I was looking at some clothes on one side and these other two ladies were looking at clothes on the other side. And they kept asking, they take, how much is this? $2. How much is this? $2. So I pull out this really cool Cincinnati Bengals, like a jacket, like a lightweight jacket.
You
Really cool.
windbreaker.
I forget what the brand was, but really cool embroidered logo. How much is this? I don't know. $15. It's like really everything they're picking up, $2 to, and then they had like a Harley Davidson coat, and she's like, oh, I don't know, $30 for that. And those ladies would pull something else out. Oh, $2 and then you would have been interested at this sale. They had a whole table full of sparkly butt jeans. I saw some other
would not have been interested, but Teresa would have been.
But Teresa would have been interested. Teresa or Roman,
Personally, I
because
would just
we know.
point them out to Teresa
And say, and Teresa would have walked over there and then she would have walked right back and said, nope. Because I was looking at some other jeans on the table. And like a lot of times those sparkly butt jeans have like on the pockets, they have real intricate designs and stuff, but they have all of the blingy stuff on them.
Gemstones and they're all plastic, but
I was looking at another stack of jeans that had all of that cool design stuff on it. And I was like, oh man, if these were sparkly butt. And so I go over to another table and there is a whole like stack. The table is laid out with sparkly butt jeans. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's cool. It's like when people I think it's cool when people send me a photo of something from a yard sale. Like you had sent me a photo the other day of like a Clifford, the big red dog, cause Jill is really into Clifford. Or when people send me pictures of like Mr. Bill stuff, or hey, they reach out and go, I thought of you at a sale. So sparkly butts, that's when I think of Cory and Teresa.
I didn't get a picture.
Well, no, you did. I should have taken a picture of the price tag. $40, $50, $60 at a yard sale is what she was asking. Yeah, for all of these pants, and I was like, man. But I did.
We'd had to walk on that one.
I bought a couple of things, and I was able to get a deal because she was doing $2 on everything. To these other ladies, it's $2 and $2, and this flashlight. I bought a flashlight. It was like $5, still new in the package. I was like, oh, hey, it sounds like a $2 sale. You're going to go $2 on this?
She? Let's see. How do I say this nice? Was she a big girl or was she a really skinny girl?
Just an average girl, I guess you would say.
Well, if she was a big girl, I might have still tried to do a bundle price on the jeans. $40 is really high, but if they were a big enough size, it'd be worth bundling them all together and say $10 a piece if I buy them all.
Yeah, she might. I don't know. I don't think that she would have, based on some of the other prices.
Those aren't as good.
They were probably, if they were hers. I don't know if they were hers or a daughter's. Once I walked over and I saw all the stickers were $40, $50. I just walked away. I'm not even interested in making a bundle because I'm not a clothing guy. I had to apologize to Jill the other day. that how I'm a hypocrite. And because, it's like when we started doing the whatnot or started doing sales, it's like, I'm not a clothing guy. I don't want to do clothing.
But they sell.
And then she's like, oh, look at this, box of shirts that I bought. Look at these, pants, or look at these dresses. And it's like, I keep getting all of these clothing, which is cool because the clothing seems to sell really well. Yep. And even though I will say, and so shout out to Jill and her picking abilities to find this really cool stuff. And she, just sticks it in my face every time that she buys something. And she's going to watch this episode and go, I don't stick it in your face. That's exactly how she sounds, folks. I don't stick it in your face. I'm going to get in trouble for that too. What am I doing, Cory? I'm making my life harder. That's what
I'll edit that. We'll just put you full screen and make it louder.
Yeah,
it is nice to have that second person though, because like the Harley shirts we got, those turned out to be a huge deal. Like they're selling like crazy at stupid prices, and I would have never listened to them had Teresa not been there and said, because I even asked her to come over when I was buying them, and I got a really good deal on them. But I was like, I'm not going to buy these if you don't want to list them, because I won't.
Yeah.
And she's okay with listing them. So as long as she's okay with it. Now, I will say she didn't mind listing them. She doesn't like dealing with the t-shirt bros. Like the guys that are actually buying these shirts. We're getting a lot of messages on these shirts, and they all start and end with the same thing. Hey, brother, bro.
Yeah.
It's all like every time one of those messages comes in, she makes up a new curse word. So I don't think she enjoys that part of the clothing, but she didn't mind listing them, and they're selling well.
Yeah. Well, you sent me a picture the other day, $160 or something that you sold just one of those t-shirts for. That's just crazy. Well, and that's what when I said I'm a hypocrite, because I told you, okay, let's, the clothing, but I'm at a yard sale and there's a Harley shirts, some really cool looking Harley shirts that were like from different places around the world, from like Kuwait and Japan and I don't know where they were. There's a half a dozen of them, and there was a couple cool just ones from, the U.S.
We had some of those destination ones.
Yeah, wasn't going to leave them on the table, and so that was some of the stuff that I bought. But you know what? I didn't finish the conversation about having a live this Thursday to celebrate 100 episodes. Thursday, so I got the dates right. It's May 23rd, Thursday, May 23rd. That's this Thursday, like
7 p.m.
4 days from now at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is really the only time zone that matters. The world runs. The world runs on Eastern time. So
we'll let you have this one because we're celebrating.
Yes, I appreciate that.
We won't talk about the fact that the normal time is the correct time.
It's normal time, the correct Eastern time. Normal Central time, and then there's Pacific, and then there's the forgotten time zone, the Mountain time zone. Just nobody ever goes, "Oh, hey, we're on it." Well, I guess
some
just people that are in Mountain
what time it is.
It is 8 p.m. Eastern.
7.
Well, okay, that's where we decided. Starting, here soon, we're going to quit talking about reselling, and all we're going to talk about is food on the podcast. That's it, because
they're better conversations.
Cory, they are. And that's what, when you had said that about, we were, just going back and forth about time. There's not one thing that Cory and I seem to agree on at all when we talk. Nope. I don't know. You've probably noticed that so far on here. We have differing opinions on things. A lot of our reseller stuff is similar. We have similar business models. They shoot off and diverge at certain times, but food also we're totally. We did 45 minutes on the intricacies of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Serious, like we're talking on the phone, and it's like, how you make the peanut butter, how you prepare it, what sort of bread, what type of peanut butter, what type of jelly,
we got into
jam,
it, yeah.
And that went around to
the result celery. Of those conversations always end with cravings. And for the last 2 days, I think I've ate like 4 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the point where now I just don't even want one anymore.
Well, I have my sister is going down to Costco today. And so I'm having her buy me one of those big old boxes of like the Uncrustables, or they're not actually Uncrustables brand. They're whatever
Generic
Costco's
brand.
that
I'm not
they
sure
sell,
what
but they're
their
pretty
brands
good.
are.
And so, yeah, but so we should just talk all about food, because that conversation is a whole lot more interesting than our reseller.
Well, here's something about garage selling and food. We were in garage selling
Ooh,
because we garage
okay.
sale about an hour from our house, and
Yes.
we decided to stop for lunch because we forgot to bring some Lunchables or anything like that. So we said we were going to go get a sandwich that day.
Yeah.
Jimmy John's was open, and we were close by one. And I
Okay.
always get the same thing when I go to Jimmy John's.
The
I don't know
number
what Jilly
9.
John's is. I don't know what number it is. It's the Billy Club. And it's
Okay.
got
No,
some
see,
like
that's not the one that
horseradish
I get.
mayo on it. It's a really good sandwich. That day I
Okay.
was feeling
See,
adventurous.
wait, hold on. See right there, horseradish.
That's
You said it
delicious.
has horseradish. No.
Yes.
And that's, see, right there. I would never ever get a sandwich with horseradish. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, that is so good though. But that day, for some reason, I was feeling adventurous, and Teresa and I decided to try something different. And they had a new sandwich on the menu, and it was
Okay.
called the Caprese Salami Pesto Sandwich. And they had a big sign saying it
Okay.
was back. I don't know if anybody's ever had this thing. Have you ever had
I
it?
have not. I have not.
It was like eating a bowl of wet dog food on wet bread. Like, it was so bad.
Okay.
When you picked the sandwich up, your fingers went right, like, in through the bread. They just sunk in
Okay.
because the bread was so soggy. Worst
Now, was
sandwich I've
that
ever
just
had.
the nature of the sandwich, or was it the preparation? Because they're crazy fast over there at
I
the
don't
at
think it was
the
the
Jimmy John's.
prep. I think what they do is they make the sandwich and they make it look pretty like the picture, and then they, like, quick dunk it in the dishwasher sink or something. I don't know how you get bread
Okay.
that wet. It was not my
So,
favorite. So I have a new least favorite sandwich.
a new least favorite. So you get the Billy Club. I pulled up the Jimmy John's menu here. The number 8 Billy Club is the
Yep.
roast beef, ham, and provolone. And it's supposed to have yellow mustard, lettuce, tomato, and mayo on it. So you add horseradish?
No,
Or is
the
it
mayo they put on that one is actually a horseradish mayo.
okay? I'm a number 9 guy. See, Corey, you're a number 8 Billy Club. I'm always one step ahead of you. I'm number 9. Or no,
Makes
is that
sense.
being behind if I'm one number higher?
Well,
But
like I'm 38 and you're 52, so you're always a step.
no matter what happens, I'm always going to be older. The number 9 Italian nightclub is my go-to sandwich at Jimmy John's. And that's salami, capicola, ham, and provolone. And then it's loaded up with onions, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, olive or oil and vinegar, and an oregano basil saucy mix or whatever is
Well,
on
you
there.
might like this one then. Did they have that caprese salami pesto thing on there? It
Let
says
me
it's
see if
new and
it's
it's back. Apparently they've had it
that's
before.
their
It's like the
thing.
McRib that comes back now and then.
What's
I don't
new?
know why
Oh yeah,
anybody
the
would ever want
caprese
it back.
salami pesto sandwich, salami and fresh mozzarella, slow roasted tomatoes, basil pesto, balsamic glaze, oregano, basil oil, mayo, and it's on. I had to click to the next. Oh, and it doesn't say. Oh, and it has a balsamic glaze. Maybe it's the balsamic glaze that is the it says
It
nothing
might
about
be.
the dishwater on here as part
I
of one
should
of the
have
ingredients.
known when
On
you
French bread.
anytime you go out to eat and you order something with a word in it that you don't know what it is, like caprese. What the heck is a caprese? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I don't know either. We might as well. See, this is
You
a
know what
good
it is?
segue.
I know what it is. They built the sandwich and they soaked it down with one of those Capri Suns, and now it's caprese. That's the only
Caprese
explanation.
definition: denoting a salad of fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, and basil. So,
Okay, so they're saying it's a salad sandwich. I'm saying it was a soup sandwich.
well, there's your problem already. A salad sandwich
Should have
is
known.
not. Yep. So
So
ruined your afternoon anyway of yard selling, because then you
I
were
didn't I
how
didn't eat
much
it
of it
all.
did you eat? You didn't eat it all? Did you get some
Half.
chips or something to go with it?
I got the jalapeno chips, but those are hit and miss too. I don't know if you get those when you go there. The jalapeno chips that are.
I
We
have
tried them every
before, because
now.
everybody says Jimmy John's is is great for
Every now
their
and then
chips
you'll get those,
eh,
and I like the flavor of them. They're really good, but it seems like about every third or fourth time you go there, you get a bag that you just cannot eat because they're
yeah,
just fiery hot.
yeah.
And that was this time. So I had soup for a sandwich, and then I had chips that were like eating hot lava. And the only thing good that turned out as expected was the soda drink, the fountain drink from
Okay.
that was it. Like the napkins and the fountain pop were as advertised.
The
Everything else, not so great.
see how much more entertaining food is than reseller talk and
Oh, it's so much
content.
better.
Um,
Yep.
so we're good. So I finished. I think I finished that. We're doing the live on Thursday.
We're doing a live.
You're doing a live today.
We'll have
Today
done the
on
live by the
Sunday.
time you see this.
So
Yeah.
it will be over, and I'm sure it was phenomenal. But you're doing your second live over on
Yep.
Grams and Pop's channel. So if you're watching this now and you didn't watch them yesterday when they were live, go back and check out under the live tab, and you're
Well,
going
we
to
don't do
have
things
some.
halfway over there, so it's either going to be a pretty decent live, or it's
Okay.
going to be an absolute disaster.
Yes.
So either way,
I
it's
agree.
worth
One of
watching.
those two. Well, the first one I think was pretty successful. Really good crowd, and this time you got some cool guests that are
Well, the very first live we
be.
ever attempted, I dropped my cell phone twice, and that didn't turn out great. It was a
Oh,
very
that's
short
right.
live.
The one from out in
was
the shed or out in the
Yep.
warehouse.
Yeah, so right now we have one that was just horrible bad, and we had to end it, and we had one that was pretty good and had a good turnout. This one, we don't do middle ground, so we'll see where it goes.
There you go. So this, it's going to be stellar or not. You got some guests, going to do some giveaways. Hopefully, I'll have one of the giveaways this time. I know what some of the
Almost
prizes
certainly.
are. I was sitting here thinking, oh, I'm not going to give up what the prizes are, but the live will be over by the time
It will be.
this comes out.
We're going to give away
But
another one of our business decision maker balls. Where is it? There it is.
the
There it
business
is. The 8
decision,
ball.
the magic 8 ball. That's how Cory runs his business right there.
It's the
Every
secret to our
decision
success.
they want to make, like say the Harley shirts. Cory pulls out of his, pocket and
Should we keep buying Harley shirts?
Okay, what's it say?
What does it say?
You can't read it?
It's too dark in here, I think. I can't read it.
You need to get it
this one's undecided.
And illuminated. Do they make illuminated Magic 8 balls? I want to win one of those. Go out and buy one this afternoon before the show. Can you?
Yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm too old and blind, and it's too dark in here.
You can't.
Here, I have an idea. We're going to make this.
That was anticlimactic.
Cannot predict. It says cannot predict now.
Okay, so whether or not you should
keep buying. This is one of those times where you got to walk away. You just don't know.
Okay, you don't.
Should we continue on with the show?
No, I would keep on. I want to keep what. I want to keep asking the 8 ball questions.
As I see it, yes.
Okay. Do you have more than one of those? We should bring that to the live on Thursday.
We have several. For some reason we gave one of these away on our last live, and after that we've been finding these at like every garage sale. So now we just keep them handy. We have one in the shop. We have one in here.
And you carry one around in the car when you're out at sales.
Just in case we gotta make a decision.
Will I get the bundle deal? Signs point to no.
Let's see.
So yeah, we'll be doing giveaways too.
On not so good. I wouldn't.
We'll be doing some giveaways on the live, the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Live Thursday, and sponsored. I'm sponsoring Dude Wipes for the live. As you noticed,
a supply of those.
I said that I'm sponsoring Dude Wipes for the show, meaning I can't seem to get any of that Dude Wipes money to come in. I actually went in and signed up for their ambassador program or whatever. I hadn't heard anything, but man, they're out there spending monies. I saw TV commercials. I was watching the Preakness Stakes, the horse race. The second run of the Triple Crown. My horse.
I shake my head like I know, but I don't know.
My horse, Mystic Dan. Mystic Dan in Demand did not win yesterday, but he finished second. But I think all of the jockeys
about Mystic Dan the horse. I heard
Okay.
he did so well that one day because he runs really good in the mud or the
Yeah.
wet dirt or whatever. I think I heard that on Shane's live show that one of his friends went and changed his bet because he knew that horse ran well, like on wet ground,
But he
and then
did
he ended up
not.
winning. So
He won the Kentucky Derby, Mystic
must have been a
Dandy.
dry day this time.
And no, yesterday was sloppy, wet, mud, the
Oh,
whole
really?
track. But the horse that won, Seize the Gray was the horse that won yesterday. And he out of the gate, he took the lead and kept it the whole time.
Just
Mystic
never
Dan
gave it
gave
back.
him a run right at the end. Pretty exciting race. But where I'm going with that is I saw like the jockeys, at least the winning jockey, I think they all had like Dude Wipes logos on the sides of their pants.
Did they
And
really?
on the back, there was Dude Wipes commercials. And so that, they're probably spending millions to sponsor that. And
Yeah.
I can't
So
even
it's a
get any
matter
free
of
samples.
scale.
So
You're
so
just
that's
not
why
big enough.
I'm sponsoring Dude Wipes, because I keep giving them money and they're not reciprocating.
This
So
is true.
I
You
have to
buy a lot of
rethink my
Dude Wipes.
sponsorship. I do. Well, this package right here, that's five pack. That actually I got for Christmas, but I already had a good supply in. And if you ask Jill, she would think that I have to use these like constantly all day, because she says I'm full of the stuff. Let's just say that I'm full of the stuff that Dude Wipes helps.
If that were the case.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. You got your live today. We've got the live on Thursday to do. Is
Well, you've
cool.
got a young
We've
lady's
got.
birthday party behind
I
you there.
do. I have the sign there. Jill's birthday is next weekend, and we are doing a birthday show on Whatnot that we're just selling. That's on Friday. Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time is Jill's special birthday show, and we're selling all of her like favorite types of items, things that represent her.
Kind of a
And
weird ass birthday party, ain't it? Like, come to your birthday party, Joe. We're gonna find all your favorite toys and sell them in front of
we're
you.
gonna sell them right.
Seems backwards.
And yeah, we're gonna sell some stuff and just have some fun and celebrate Jill. And I'm sure we'll do other stuff that weekend. Her actual birthday is Saturday, so we'll go out and do stuff and have fun on her birthday. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, happy birthday, Jill.
What else do we have coming up here? I don't know. Just a lot of stuff going on. So
I don't know if we have anything. I mean, we've got the lives. It's been so busy. It's hard to keep things straight right now because we've been running since the weather broke and garage sale season opened. It's just been one thing after the next, and we're trying to keep doing different things in our own business. Like we went to our first estate sale buyout. It wasn't a clean out because we actually bought the sale. Like when they finished, we talked about it last week. We were dealing with it with Brady, the kid that did the estate sale.
Yeah.
And we did end up buying that.
Okay, so it did all work out. And after the sale was over, because I know that was
we don't know. There was a lot of stuff left over. We did go through and make an offer on it, and we bought it out minus the furniture. We didn't take any furniture this time.
Okay.
So, and we have just a trailer full of that. We have a video on our channel if you want to check it out and see the clean out happen. What it amounted to was a ton of work, and we haven't been back to look at the boxes yet. We've got it home, and we've been just super busy since we got it here. So we've got it parked inside, and we haven't gone through anything really.
Yeah, that's just an interesting thing to go in and buy everything else and actually do the clean out after the estate sale. Just interesting. So yeah, I haven't watched the video yet. But you and I were talking, and I'm definitely going to check that out.
We heard Steve and Donna at Happy Heart Treasures talking about doing buyouts and cleanouts. Two different things. Cleanouts, they actually pay you to come clean the house out of everything that's left. The buyout, you're buying whatever's left. And we actually talked to them for about an hour the night before we went down to try and make the deal on this one.
Okay.
So So we got some really good advice from them. Ended up, we bought it out. Like I said, we don't know how well we did on it, but it was
Okay.
something after hearing that they did it. It was really intriguing to us. We wanted to try it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. If we try it again, we might try and line up some help before we even attempt it. Because
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah, it sounded. Yeah, I don't want to ask a bunch of questions about it because people can go see that on your video. But just a really, it makes you think. It's like, oh wait, maybe I need to go start talking to a stale sate. Wait, what's in a stale sate? And a
kind of, it's just
sate
one where things aren't moving. It's gotten stale.
and a stale. Oh wait, we weren't talking about my eBay store, were we? We were something that has gotten stale and stagnant and not moving.
We've been looking around that and talking with people on the estate sales. After doing the clean out, we also got to talk to Brady over there and really dig into kind of the back end of the estate sale, because that was his first
Yeah.
estate sale and it was our first buyout. And doing the estate sales is something that's pretty interesting. And then just kind of out of the blue the other day, I got a message from Scott and Christina at Trading Post Pickers. And
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think they're going to do their first estate sale. They're going to host an estate sale or two, which,
Oh, okay. So
again,
as like a
that
business sort of a venture.
yeah, I think they're actually going to go in and like start doing a few estate sales like an estate sale company, which is
Okay.
also something that's intriguing to me. I don't know if it's
Yes.
intriguing to Teresa yet. We haven't really had the conversation, but it's something that I'm like, that could be an interesting model. I kind of understand it better than I did a month ago,
Yeah.
and just enough to where I think
So
I could line one up, but I don't. They look like a ton of work, but they also look profitable, and I think it'd be something cool to
yeah.
try once, see how it
So at
is.
that point, you just kind of cut out the middleman entirely, and you're the guy. Man, that's a big undertaking too, though, to go in and have
It's
to
huge.
look up in price and run the sale and
I don't think
deal with
if you
the
have to go
family.
in, yeah, I think if you have to go in to an estate sale and you have to look up every item on eBay to price it,
Uh-huh.
you probably shouldn't do estate sales. Like, you have to have some kind of, if you're a reseller who's been reselling for a little while and you can kind of
Yeah.
like I can look at this Magic 8 Ball. I don't have to look it up on eBay. I know I could put a $5 price tag on this and sell it and it's still below eBay price.
Yeah.
But if you have to actually look up every item you pick up, I don't think you should do estate sales. I really don't. I think you'll kill yourself doing too much work.
Yeah. It would be. Yeah, that's an interesting. Do you know Trading Post, have they talked about that? Do they have videos, or that was just you talking with
They're
Scott?
just me talking with Scott and Christina. I don't know if they've actually announced they're doing anything yet.
Okay.
So
Well,
hopefully they're not mad about me spilling the beans here. But sorry, Scott and Christina. No, I think they'll do good because they do have some of that base knowledge, and it sounds like they have enough demand in their area to do it. And
Uh-huh.
it sounds like they're actually going to do some video content of
Yeah.
actually doing the estate sales, which
Oh,
would be
that's
really cool to watch.
yes,
That's
it
something you
would
don't really
be.
see out there.
Yeah, lots of different stuff. I hear a lot of people talking about that with you hear the people that complain about summer slowdown, and it's I was watching one of the other podcasts that's out there. I don't know what they call it. They call it the PPP or something. It was with John Flippin' Ain't Easy and Scott Bearded Picker and Josh Galt. Is that who else is on that? And they were talking about that sort of stuff. And
They're
just
like
if,
Profit
not,
Power Hour or something like that. I
yeah,
don't
the
remember.
profit.
Something like that. I know what one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Podcasts
But
change
it was,
names so often these days. I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know who's who anymore.
it, but just kind of talking about, if there's something, if your business is not going right, or if your sales or whatever, it's like, don't blame the platforms. Don't blame, look at yourself first. What are you doing? What can you do? What can you change? The stuff that you're talking about, like doing, an estate sale clean out, or somebody starting
Yeah.
your own estate sale company, or doing something different, change up the business model. We started doing some whatnot stuff, which is more for like the social aspect. And at the end, I have a few extra dollars. but it's something different. I'm looking at inventory different. I'm sourcing different when I'm out at the sales. I'm trying to generate some new form of income rather than just going, well, it's summer slowdown and there's nothing, I can't do anything about it. It's like, make a change.
I guess I'm almost immune to seeing the summer slowdown. I say that now, and I'm only 3 years in, so take that with a grain of salt. But I've never had a business of any type of business that we've done go bad or stagnate while I was excited about that business. Like yet to date, I've never had one happen while I was actively excited about the business. When I get bored with it, or I start getting a little bit burned out because I'm not doing anything new and I'm not learning, then all of a sudden business starts looking bad, and there's summer slowdowns, and there's economy problems. But while I'm excited about a business, I've never had one go bad. So find a new way to get excited about it again. Like we're talking about doing an estate sale. That's exciting because it's something new. We're still in the same business. We're just finding a new side of the business to play with.
Or that, you're doing some of the stuff with the plant things. Oh, I wanted to mention that. I went to a sale the other day. Because Cory buys, like, it started with him telling me about, he buys houseplants at yard sales all the time. And he likes houseplants. And it's like, I don't know that I ever see houseplants at yard sales. All the
time, don't you?
What, now I see them, yes, all the time. It's like tomorrow I'll probably start, or not tomorrow, I'm not going sourcing tomorrow. I'll probably start finding magic 8 balls everywhere. But I was at this sale on that one neighborhood sales street, and the lady had like part of her driveway that had like a little park off on it, and it was completely filled with plants that she had for sale. All different kinds of plants. A lot of them that she had like different hostas and different things that she had propagated herself, or that she had, got from the backyard. They were all off of her property, and she planted them up, and there were a bunch of them. And so, since I had been talking to you about this, I asked her, I said, hey, how do your plants sell? Because as I was walking up, a lady was walking away with, an armload of plants. And she's said, how do your plants sell? I said, I got a buddy that does this and talks about, and she's like, they'll all be gone by the end of the day.
Yep.
And
I was going to say, go back and talk to her after the sale. You'll see that of everything she had, the plants are what sold out. She won't have enough. I don't care how many she had. She won't have enough.
Well, when I, that was on Friday that I was there. She had all those plants out. On Saturday, when I went to the post office, and I had to pass by that same road. And so on the way back from the post office, it's like, well, I'm going to shoot up this road again and see if there's any new sales. Because it was raining the day before, and then, Friday, not everybody can start a sale on Friday. And so there was a couple more houses that were open on Saturday. But as I drove by her house, I slowed down and just, rubberneck over there, take a look. And there was, she had put a big potted plant in that area just to keep everything was gone. All of the potted plants were gone on a rainy Friday day of yard sales, when there wasn't a whole lot of traffic out there. She had sold all of the plants, and it's
if you can keep them alive, I'm telling you, if you have a garage sale, have a whole section down the side of the driveway that's just plants, and those will go first every time.
See, I need to look at that, but that's just another thing. That's another thing that not only with the estate sales, but another thing that you're doing to generate sales is you're digging up plants on your own property, and you're putting them on Facebook and Marketplace, and
I get like the ADD thing people talk about, like it's a real thing. Like you get shiny rock syndrome, and you're off chasing this and chasing that, and it's hard to stay focused. But as long as you can keep it all within the same arena, keep it in reselling, there's a million ways to allow yourself to get distracted and not get bored. And stay excited about the business while still staying in that circle. So as long as you're doing that, at least that's what works for me, because I can't do, like, I'm not Teresa. I can't sit down and list 400 Littlest Pet Shop in a row. I would drown myself in a bowl of chicken soup first. It just can't happen.
Drown yourself in that,
doing different stuff.
Drown yourself in that caprese salad sandwich that you had from the Jimmy John's the other day. Yeah. I was going to say, when you started to say that, I could go down if you'd like, I can recite the whole million list of things of how one gets themselves distracted and not excited, because I do that constantly. I just get out of focus. Some of that I'm not as excited about what I'm
I
doing,
have
except for
to.
the hunt. Now that the yard sale season is here, going out, and I get excited about the new inventory, but I'm not excited about that listing process and
Well,
stuff.
here's
So that stuff kind of sits. I picked up some really cool items yesterday. It's like, man, if I had these listed already, who knows? I might have had some sales already, but alas.
here's what I figured out about myself when it comes to business. It doesn't matter what the business is, what the name on the door is. The business
Okay.
part that keeps me excited and keeps me interested is the fact that any businessman is a problem solver. Like that's
Okay.
what you do as the business owner. You're a problem solver. And as soon as you
Okay.
get things working well and there's
Uh-huh.
not as many problems, your job gets really boring because you're not doing anything real.
Okay.
So I
But
have to have new things to solve.
what if you're the problem?
Solve it.
This is true. That's what I need to do. I need to fire myself, and I should
No, you're
interview.
just bored. You're
I'm going
just
to interview
bored.
for my own job. Maybe that's what
If
I
you
need
were
to do.
excited and you couldn't wait to get out of bed and you were beating your alarm clock up in the morning to get to work because you were excited to go list, you
Uh-huh.
wouldn't be the problem. You're not the problem. You're bored. That's what burnout is.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's a term for it. I do have some stuff that's coming up that I've got in the works that I've been working at for a while that's kind of got me a little bit energized, and I'm um not going to go into it yet. Just I'm still, fleshing some things out there.
Well, you found
And
an outlet
but
anyway. I mean, you started doing the whatnot thing,
yeah,
and that's
and
that's been exciting and new for you. So that's been a lot of fun.
I'm still working though at that balance of those two things. It's if I'm if I'm working on the whatnot stuff, I feel like, oh, I should be working on my regular job, which is eBay. Listing on eBay, I make a lot more profit there and stuff. But when I'm working on whatnot, it's like, I feel bad that I should be working on eBay stuff. When I'm working on eBay stuff, it's like, oh, I got to get this ready for this show on whatnot, and I should be doing that. I need to schedule my time a little bit better, and I need to figure out what works, what system works, like what days, what times, what hours that this is dedicated to this, and clear your mind of everything else, and this is dedicated to this time, even though
Yep.
it's all, again, in that reselling space or
Yeah,
that
the tedious
reselling
stuff still has
business.
to get done. You
Yes.
just have to schedule it. I agree. Sounds like your
And
boss is
so
disorganized.
my boss is get ready to hit the edit button. My boss is I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna move along from that. So anyway, Cory, I'm excited about the 100th episode here. It's gonna be fun going forward. We've been kicking around some new ideas about the show going forward and what we're gonna do. And Thursday night we're gonna have that live, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific time. Going to do some giveaways, going to have some fun. And
No good
just,
giveaways. We're just saying
oh
that to get you
no.
to show up.
Yeah, you show up and I'll probably be, giving, I'll just look on my desk. Oh, here's probably the
The
main
new
prize
pen.
is the my long hemorrhoid ointment right here. That's all written in Japanese or Chinese or something. I don't know what it is. So who knows? We might give that away. But no, yeah, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out on Thursday night. We're going to um, just do
Show
whatever.
up. We might
Just
surprise you.
yeah, exactly. And but I think we're gonna end this one. How do you think? Okay, Cory, let's analyze. Let's analyze on the show rather
Okay.
than afterwards. How do you think the 100th episode went?
Same as the first episode. Just hot garbage, but we're putting it out there anyway.
and and all 99 in between with a few lives. No, it's fun. I enjoy doing the podcast.
It is.
The channel has grown for sure since we started, and it's just fun each week. I love to see the comments. I think it's always interesting. If we say during the show, hey, weigh in on that. What's your comment? Put that down below about a topic. Very seldom do you get people that comment on that, but then it's funny what people hear and what they want to comment on. And something entirely that you didn't really, it was just like, oh, you were talking about that. And then somebody will go, oh, that either struck a nerve and I want to, weigh in about how you're wrong on that.
Just going to be all comments about Jimmy John's.
Yes. Yeah. Weigh in. What's your favorite Jimmy John's sandwich? Or if you're even a Jimmy John's fan, I still like Subway. I go to, it's kind of like the old school of sub shops. We do have a Jersey Mike's that just opened up, I'd say within the last month. I haven't been yet. So
our oldest drug us to Jersey Mike's, and she's like, you got to try it if you've never tried it. So we did.
Yeah.
It didn't suck. They're pretty good.
I've only had it once over in Jamestown, and it was not like, oh man, I can't wait for our Jersey Mike's to open up. It was a good sandwich. I have to go give it more of a try. But we got, a number of different sub shops around here.
I've still never been to a Chick-fil-A. I've never been. We have
I've
one
only been
in
once.
the town where we shop now. There is one. They put up a new one. Well, they put up the only one. We never had one before. But it's been there about a year. I haven't been up there yet.
You should go there rather than to the Jimmy John's the next time
I'm
you
going
go.
to check their menu and make sure they don't have a soup sandwich. And if they don't, then maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I thought I was supposed to be getting soup and sandwich. But it's been a great experience so far doing the podcast, having fun, meeting people, through the chats, through the comments, through whatever, through at reseller events. The people go, oh, hey, I enjoy the podcast, and
it does feel a little established to be in that 3-digit club too. That does seem like a big accomplishment. So
when I'm
glad I got to be part of that.
When I talked about the podcast space, it's being a very crowded space. There seems to be new podcasts coming up all the time, and people have to, decide on where they're going to spend their viewing time because people are busy. So we appreciate everybody that comes and spends some time and listens, and hopefully you're enjoying it. But yeah, there's a lot of podcasts that have come and gone in the time that we have been here. With 100 episodes. So what did I say? That's, we're over 2 years kind of dedicated to doing this once a week. We have missed a few weeks here and there from time to time based on a holiday or something that comes up, or usually it's my fault.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Looking for, I enjoy it. Cory, I enjoy doing the show with you. And even though we agree on nothing most of the time, I'm looking forward to talking about food every week. And
well, we agree to show up every week to hash out a new conversation, and that's what makes it fun for me anyway. It's just getting on, because there's been several times where something we said on the show has made me go back and look at things we're doing in our business and things we're doing that could be changed or might need to be changed. So I think it's a good exercise just for business practice for us, even if you take away the fact that it's actually mildly enjoyable talking to you every week.
Wait, it's mildly enjoyable talking to me each week? Man, I had to look up and make sure that I wasn't having a conversation with Jill, because that seems to be a reoccurring theme here. Yeah, Ken's mildly entertaining and good to talk to. I thought you said that, every week you have to go back and go, what kind of harebrained, half-cocked idea was that Ken came up with? And it's like, wait, can I institute that into my business? I'm probably more on the list of, okay, these are things I'm not going to do in my reseller business. Thanks for the tip, Ken. And
I usually leave the podcast and I go straight to Teresa and I say, you're not going to believe what kind of stupid thing Ken is doing. And we could mess it up twice as bad. And then we implement it, and we do.
That would be tough, but yeah, we're all out here just doing our thing, having fun, trying to
it is a good time.
bored with stuff. And so, Cory, we are going to wrap this episode up. We'll see if it gets some views
100.
and some likes and some thumbs up, and grow the sub count. Maybe eventually we'll get to that kind of 1,000 subscribers. Monetized. Well, I guess technically we are monetized, but it's that first level of where I think you can only get like super chats or something, or we haven't made enough to get paid out yet. You have to get like $100 just to get paid out, and so of course I guess we don't do lives. Anyway, enough of that. We will see everybody if you made it this far in the show. Hopefully you are there Thursday, 8 p.m. 7 Central, and this Thursday, May the 23rd, 2024. And Cory, I'm truly going to give you the last word on the 100th episode. See, I'm looking. Did you see me look over to see where the end recording button was? There it is.
You
right
get
there.
the finger on the button, huh?
I'm gonna
see everybody Thursday.
That's it. You're gonna end with that.